This is the exact same question. What did the author sit down to do when she wrote this paper? Why was she sitting down to write this? Why do you know what? This is tricky because the conclusion comes where? Does anyone know? Did anyone spot the conclusion at all? Not the first paragraph. Not the second.
Last paragraph.
Well, let's go with the last. Well, there's one more. There's the third one. But notice at the very end, it says all this time, right? We're talking about the front to back thing, which is like you're trying to get your mind wrapped around. You're like, what's going on here? Oh, what do I do when I look in the mirror? Other than admire my glasses, is this last paragraph says okay, and then it says however on line 48. Did we spot this?
Yeah.
This is a big shift, and it says questions about appearance of images can be properly answered only if we consider both what mirrors do and what happens when we look into them. But what was true about the front to back? It didn't consider one of these things. Remember what it didn't consider? Yeah, it didn't consider what we do, right? What happens when we look into them. It only considered what mirrors do. And so if you're going to say that you can only properly answer these questions by considering these two things, you've effectively rejected the approach that you've just been talking about for a long time. And then it says, if we remove the observer, we are no longer addressing images and appearances because an image entails observer and point of view. So this theory I've been talking about for a long time, not so good. Logan?
Yeah, I mean, in paragraph 2, I think you gotta get that sense, though, already. Yeah, it's based off of false premise.
Sure. Yeah, that's true. Clearly based on a false premise. Okay. So...
I mean, that's not the main, I guess it's not the main conclusion, but like at that point you're pretty much on notice.
It's giving you a big clue of what's coming, right? I'm not going to like this. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, so D, showing why one explanation of a phenomenon falls short in explaining the phenomenon. Yes, front to back is not so good. What answers were we tempted by? C, describing the difficulties that must be overcome if a satisfactory explanation of a phenomenon is to be found. Describing the difficulties that must be overcome.
I interpreted that as the difficulties of the shortcomings of the front to back.
Yeah, so you have to ask yourself, is the main purpose of this passage to say what the difficulties are, or to show that this one is not such a good one? I feel like it's going further and saying this is not a good one. I think that's something that we could infer, that there are difficulties. Well, but yeah,
It's not the main point.
it's not the main point. All right, any other questions on this one? Okay.